Savannah Babb, Covington High FFA, Go Teach Ag Lesson, Animal Science 2023.
Hi class, so today we've been talking about horse science. So today we're going to get into the three main horse breeds. Last week we were talking about the digestion system of a horse, and we were talking about the horse anatomy, and we got into the complex digestive system of a horse. So our two main objectives for today, that you will be able to identify the three main horse breeds of horses, and you will be able to identify what a horse does in agriculture. So today we have a little pop quiz just to see kind of what y'all know. So we have this first horse. Take a guess, just kind of look at your neighbor, kind of talk it through, and just kind of say whatever you think this horse is. Okay? And then we also have this second horse. Do the same thing. Look at your neighbor and talk to them and see what you think. Is it a black horse, or is this a blue horse, or is it a gray horse? Well, I'm talking about the breed. So what do y'all think? And then we have our last breed here. He's really big and he's really tall. I wonder what breed this could be. Okay, you all got your guesses? All right, good. So the first breed of horses is the quarter horse. A quarter horse is the American breed of horse that excels from sprinting short distances. This kind of horse is the main horse you're going to see at any kind of western and rodeo events where you're doing calf roping, team roping, or even barrel racing, because these horses are really fast and really complex, but a great horse. These horses are short and stocky, and they have heavy muscular development on their body. They have deep and broad chests. And another thing, did you know that any kind of horses cannot throw up? So this causes them to have a disease that's called colic. Colic is a deadly disease, and if horses develop this, it usually ends in death. Our next horse breed is a thoroughbred. A thoroughbred is purebred. This breed originates from English mare and Arabian stallions, and they're usually used as racehorses. But you may not find them on the track, and you may find them in show jumping, dressage, horse shows, or even in fox hunting. This horse can be found as a slimmer looking horse, and it has a broad chest and a deep back. Our last horse breed is an appendix. Now this one is a little more hard to tell the difference from, because it is combined with American quarter horse and thoroughbred. So you have your short and stocky looking one, and then you have your really tall, slim one, and you combine it together. Appendix horses are usually used as show horses, pleasure horses, or some ranchers even use them to herd cattle. So this can be on the English side of riding, or you can use it on the western side of riding. Now, I'm telling you about the three main breeds of horses: the quarter horse, appendix, and a thoroughbred. Now, how does that really relate to agriculture? Well, I'm just about to tell you. So one thing is that many ages ago, horses have always been involved in agriculture, even if you didn't realize it. They used to haul firewood, and they would carry wagons, and this is the way that people used to get around. Nowadays we have cars, so yeah, maybe we might not ride a horse down the road to get to point A from point A to point B, but they used them back in the day. Another thing is that they're a key part to farmers, because if you have really high grass, it might be a lot for one farmer to go out and cut all that grass by themselves, or even have workers for them. They can just put a few horses on a plot of land, and they'll keep that grass down for you. Another thing is that some people use it to herd cattle, like I had mentioned before, and this is usually with the quarter horse or the appendix, because some ranchers believe that it's a lot easier to use horseback instead of ATVs, because in slim spaces, you can't always get an ATV through there. And the last thing is they actually make a really good companion animal. So if you have a lonely sheep or even a lonely goat, throw a horse in there with them, and they'll help him and be a little buddy for him. Did you know that there's a large Angus beef cattle company in Texas today, and they have over 1,000 heads of cattle, and they even use horseback instead of ATV to herd all these cows? So, in conclusion, you have now been able to identify the three main horse breeds and how that they help agriculture. So, like I had mentioned before, I don't know what y'all's answers were, but our first horse was the quarter horse. Our second horse was the appendix, and that third big tall horse that we talked about is the thoroughbred. Now, we have our last thing just to see who was paying attention and who wasn't. We're going to do a little quick review on Kahoot. And let me get this pulled up for y'all. Let's get started. So, our first question is, you're going to name this horse breed. Okay? Miniature pony, a mare, a quarter horse, or the appendix? What do y'all think? The appendix. Let's see. No, it's the quarter horse. Alright. What do horses use their mane and tail for? Oh, we didn't talk about this one. I wonder what the answer is. To swat flies away and for insect control. To scare other horses away. To give them extra speed and to communicate with other horses. Swat flies? Is that what y'all are thinking? Okay, let's see. Very good. Good job, class. Next one. What is an intact male horse over 2 years old called? The stud, stallion, mare, or a stud and a stallion? Y'all are going with the stallion? Let's see. No, it's actually a stud and a stallion, so you can be referred to either names. Horses can live up to 25 years. This is another one we didn't talk about. Let's see what y'all think. False? No, it's true. Horses can actually live up to 25 to 30 years old. Horses can throw up when they get sick. Ooh, I talked about this one in the beginning. False? Good job. Y'all remembered that. Remember, they cannot throw up, so that's what causes colic in a lot of horses. Alright, what are the three main horse breeds? Y'all better remember these. Quarter horse, appendix, and the thoroughbred. Or all of them. All? Good job. That was a pretty simple one, but just had to make sure y'all were paying attention. Alright. Alright, class. So, now, after this lesson is done, you are able to identify the three main horse breeds and you're able to understand how these horses are beneficial to agriculture. And I thank y'all for your time today.
Savannah Babb.